The world of the heroes of this movie is centered on daily routine, but everything changes with the arrival of their mutual acquaintance. The man awakens in his friend's wife memories of their vivid past and forbidden desires. The couple brings these fantasies to life when the heroine's husband goes on a business trip, but this is not enough for her. A woman decides not to hide her attraction to another man, and does it in front of her husband. With you, Mr. Narrator, let's look at how the priest reacted to his wife's activity. The movie begins with Ellie relaxing under an apple tree. After getting a release, the woman plucks a ripe apple for a snack. She goes out to lunch with her husband Micah. Over the meal, they discuss upcoming grocery shopping. In bed that evening, the man shows Ellie the depth of his feelings. In the morning, the woman releases a fly accidentally caught in a trap. Ellie examines herself in the mirror. Ma compliments his beloved. The couple sits down to breakfast. A man reports that he has invited his buddy Olavi to visit. Is it when the husband leaves for the mainland? The heroine is engaged in cleaning and collects a bouquet of wildflowers. At night, Ellie cannot sleep. The priest went to meet an old friend. Olavi met a friend on the ferry. The woman invited him to visit in the parking lot. He met Ma. The men drove to the priest's house discussing plans for the summer. On the way, Ellie saw the men from the window. She went out to meet them on the front porch of the house. It turns out that Olavi knows the woman's parents and has even been to their house. The heroine remembers him despite the fact that 15 years have passed. The priest and his friend were inspecting the garden. Ellie went into the house. She could not bear to see Olavi at dinner. The friend asks Olavi about his personal life. He advises him to get closer to Lena. When M withdrew, the guest began to ask the heroine about her father. The man was close to him. Ellie's husband found an old photograph and showed it to Avi. When it got dark, everyone went to bed. The guest watched the friend's wife. During the night, Ellie woke up to strange sounds. The next day, the men went swimming. They discussed Olav's affair with a married woman. The priest shares his experience of married life with his friend. At home, he puts on a vinyl record for Olavi. Ma suggests Ellie to Dan. The boys have fun. Early in the morning, Ellie wakes up to go swimming. She is stressed by Olav's presence in their house. The husband promises that the friend will leave soon and hurries to work. The guest heard that the priest was leaving and went to the window. Ellie was hanging laundry. The man watched her. Later, Ellie was preparing dinner. Olavi went into the kitchen to chat with an old acquaintance. After a while, the woman was cleaning a chair. The guest suggested that she go for a walk. The couple goes to the coast. Olavi tells the heroine about his work. The guys see cows that graze nearby and go to spend time with the animals. On the way home, they are met by M. The man tells about the fact that he invited Lina to visit. Olavi prepares dinner for his friends. The mashed potatoes that the man prepared turned out to be over-salted. The friends laugh at Olav's culinary skills. Before going to bed, Ellie takes care of her face. M approaches his wife to get some attention from her. The couple is having an active time in their bedroom. Olavi drinks tea and listens to the sounds coming from the friend's bedroom. The next day, Ellie goes swimming again early in the morning. Upon returning home, she sees Olavi. The man is enjoying the silence and making notes in his notebook. Ellie suggests that her friend listen to her husband's sermon in church. After Mass, M says goodbye to his wife. He needs to leave for a few days. Ellie talks to Lena outside the church. Olavi accompanies his friend to the car. The priest thinks Lena would be a good fit for his friend. They discuss things while the man walks Micah to his car. The friend says he will leave his wife in Olavi's care. The man returns to the women. The friends agree to meet later. On the way home, Olavi asks Ellie about the girl. They talk about the relationship and smile a lot. Olavi tries to attract the friends' attention with his jokes. The hero believes that it is best to find rationality and love in one person. After the walk, Ellie goes to the kitchen. The woman feels thirsty. She suggests that Olavi also drink a glass of water. The man takes an apple but doesn't mind drinking the water. He empties the 2 glasses in a volley and gulps down the apple. In the evening, the friends have a picnic by the lake. When it gets dark outside, they return to the house. The heroine relieves her tension after an active day by lying on the bed in her bedroom. She thinks about their walk with Olavi. After an early morning swim, Ellie examines a grasshopper. The friends go fishing. Olavi asks the woman if she is happily married to the priest. The heroine thinks she is happy. She tells him how she came to this Conclusion: the man thinks that she and her friend have a lot in common. Back home, Olavi walks without knocking into the woman's bedroom. The friend says that his bedroom is right below theirs. He wants to get to know his friend's wife more intimately. Ellie agrees as Olavi helps the woman relax. Guests from church arrive. The company listens to music and drinks wine. Later, the fun is transferred to the veranda outside the house. One of the guests asks the heroine to melt the sauna. Ellie cannot refuse him. Having finished heating the sauna, she meets Lena and Olavi at the sauna. The guys go for a steam bath and offer her to relax too. Ellie refuses. She doesn't like the fact that her ex has a crush on Elle. She hurries to the privacy of her bedroom. Later, Ellie watches friends relaxing in nature. Late at night, the guests along with Olavi leave. Ellie is left alone in the house. Olavi returns to his friend's house. In the morning, Ellie decides to chop wood. The hero thinks that M's wife has taken offense at him, but Ellie doesn't confirm his hunch. She invites her friend to go swimming in the lake. The woman undresses in front of Olavi. He looks at her intently. Ellie waits for her friend to undress as well. She enters the water first. The couple swim in the cool water. Refreshed, Ellie returns to the shore. Olavi follows her. On the way home, the woman takes Olav's hand. The heroine wants to spend time with her guest in the forest. When they stop, they hear loud music coming from Ellie's house. The woman's husband has returned home from a business trip to the mainland. M talks about the trip and the event he was at. The man has been doing a lot of thinking and socializing with the congregation. He shares worries about his purpose with his family. Ma is happy about the arrival of a friend. In the evening, he spends an active time with his wife. Olavi peeks at them through the doorway. What the man sees makes him want to relax. After watching, he goes to his room. Olavi hears his girlfriend moaning, enjoying the sounds and remembering Ellie's body. He releases the tension. In the morning, Mick asks his friend about his plans. The man is unaware of the attraction his friend and wife feel. When the priest leaves for work, Ellie proposes to his friend to go for a walk. Olavi refuses. The man is offended. He wants to immerse himself in work. The heroine spends time in nature. At home, she is cooking dinner. The woman does not understand what has changed in their relationship with the guests. Suddenly, Ellie feels the need to release accumulated emotions. She goes upstairs to play the cell. The instrument is in Olav's room, but it is not there. Immersing herself in the music, the woman relaxes. In the evening, she goes for a walk with her dog. On her way home, Ellie meets a friend. The man is acting strangely. He thinks he and Ellie are attracted to each other. He confesses that he is jealous of her and his friend. Before meeting him, Ellie and Olavi had a close relationship. The friend still has feelings for her. The woman tells Olavi about how she met her husband. She could not wait for Olavi for the rest of her life and decided to be happy with another man. Later, the woman thinks about their conversation with Olavi. To clear her mind, she decides to go for a swim. In the morning, she suggests to a friend to go for an outing. The couple goes sailing on a boat. Ellie chooses a beautiful place for a picnic. They settle down in a clearing with a view of the lake. The heroine shows attention to the ex. The couple does it in nature. Ellie does not want to hurry. The friend helps the heroine to release tension. He also wants to get pleasure, but having received what she wanted, Ellie is going home. M meets them at home. Ellie goes to the bedroom to vent her emotions. The men chat on the veranda about M's life before his marriage to Ellie. The heroine ties herself up and goes downstairs. M goes to prepare the grill for the meat. Olavi is angry about the attention M is paying to his wife. He wants to go to Helsinki. The priest thinks that the friend should stay after dinner. Mick wants to spend time with his wife. His insistence annoys the woman. Ellie snaps at her husband. She is tired of Ma's attention. Ellie goes for a swim to recover. Later, she looks up at the night sky and thinks about her life. She feels attracted to her ex-boyfriend. Back home, the heroine catches her husband in the bedroom. He is waiting for her to talk to her. Ellie apologizes to him and goes to Olav's bedroom. The man is awake. The couple starts kissing. Ma hears the ceiling cracking from the active of his wife and friend. Olavi gets to know Ellie better. The couple reminisces about the past all night together. They fall asleep until morning when the sounds in the friend's room quiet down. M goes downstairs. The doors are open. The priest looks at the couple in bed. In the morning, Ellie freshens up in the kitchen. She returns to her husband's bedroom. Ma is awake. The heroine lies down on the bed next to him. Ma stares at the ceiling